I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. Breaking news in YoGotti's brother's death. Who was behind it? Memphis Police Department, young Dolph, or could it actually been his own brother, YoGotti? But before I get started with this demonstration, if I could get you to hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel. I want to send blessings to everyone that's watching from the clouds. I want to send blessings from everyone that's watching on the replay. Blessings to all my moderators. Blessings to the whole Rock Squad. Let me send out some individual blessings and we will get into this demonstration. Blessings, Miss Jams. Blessings, Miss Jams. I see you down there, Goon. Blessings, Goon. Appreciate you for pulling up, Goon. Blessings, Goon. Blessings, Mel. Blessings. Not on my watch. Appreciate you for pulling up. Blessings. Eye of the Storm. Blessings. Big Pressure. Blessings. Blessings. Appreciate you for pulling up. Marie. Blessings. Sheila. Blessings. Blessings. I'll get back to the chat in a short time. Let me get this demonstration started. I have been eating, so if y'all see my tongue, the color of my shirt, is because I've been eating and I've been drinking. So if y'all notice my tongue is blue or green, it's because I was actually drinking a Gatorade. Blessings, I see through you. Blessings. So most of us heard of the passing of YoGotti's brother, Big Juke. YoGotti's brother, Big Juke, was shot and killed outside a Memphis restaurant. Sources confirms. My bad. Let me put up my disclaimer, y'all. I'm all over the place. Let me read my disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Blessings to full life. Blessings. Blessings, Leslie. Blessings. Blessings. So from what we know as far as the passing of his brother, we know that they were attending the funeral of a family member or close friend. We know that he got shot at the repast, during the repast. Allegedly, there were masked men wearing COVID-type masks that sat at the back of the church where they actually had the funeral service for this relative or close friend. So they noticed these gentlemen with masks on at the back of the church. Allegedly, YoGotti came to the funeral, and there are camera footage that shows YoGotti at the funeral. Not far from YoGotti, they show Big Juke. They show Big Juke. Now they're saying that YoGotti didn't stay at the funeral for a very long time. He got in, he got out. Salute Sages, blessings Sages. They're saying that YoGotti got in, got out. Allegedly, YoGotti didn't even make or let his brother Big Juke aware that he was leaving. So YoGotti gets up out of there. YoGotti was seen with Angela Simmons. We all know that he's been dating Angela Simmons for a minute. Him and Angela got up out of there at the funeral. Now at the repast, allegedly, and that's a good question, Sagittarius, wasn't security present? We know that security was present at the repast because along with YoGotti's brother getting shot, a security guard also was shot. So security was there. Security was there. Now let me backtrack. For those that know the case, Not On My Watch says they should have never went back home, shaking my head. That's facts. That's facts. Blessings, LaKendra. Let's backtrack for those that are familiar with the case. Not On My Watch, and I'm sure a whole lot of other you. James says he's putting Angela Simmons in danger. Exactly. Blessings, James. Now we go back. We all know that YoGotti is linked, allegedly, is linked to the death of Young Dolph. Young Dolph was a rapper as well. Now, originally, Young Dolph is from Chicago. Young Dolph was born and raised in Chicago. However, he moved to Memphis. But Young Dolph is originally from Chicago. So now you got this situation where, and not only has he been allegedly linked to the Young Dolph murder, YoGotti name has been ringing bells when it comes to the city of Memphis. And he's always mentioning in his raps, he's always mentioning in his records how he is the king of Memphis. What is his rap label name? Any and everything that's affiliated with YoGotti has something to do with street activity. That's all YoGotti been rapping about, at least for the first 5 years. But even to this day, if YoGotti drop a record, YoGotti is talking that street-ish. Blessings kicking it with the Rooks. Blessings kicking it with the Rooks. So why would YoGotti come back to Memphis? Why would he move around? And I know. Well, he did come to pay his respects. He did come to show his respect to the deceased. Blessings, Squeak, blessings. Right, kicking it with the Rooks. Let me do this. Let me do this. Because I'm sure that there are a lot of you down there that's been following the Young Dolph case. And I'm sure that a lot of you have a lot of knowledge when it comes to this whole Memphis situation with Young Dolph, Gotti, Black Youngster, and some other folks as well. So y'all are welcome to hit the link and share y'all information. Y'all are welcome. And then that way we could compare our notes. Blessings, Lauren, the blessings. Now the question is, because me being seasoned and me looking at how he lost his life, it definitely was a hit. It definitely was a play. It definitely was somebody on the inside that helped pull this off. Salute, Not On My Watch.
Hey, salute, Shank.
Talk to us, Not On My Watch. Talk to us.
I got about 5 minutes before I leave out the door. Okay, so this is just my thought. So we know, like you said, allegedly that Yo Gotti, his name's been ringing in the streets regarding the Dolph unaliving, right? So we know that Black Youngster, his brothers, have been unalived during this, and other family members have been alive. And I just don't get, why would you go back knowing that you've got all that smoke? And we already know Memphis, it's really high rate with unaliving people. We know that. It made no sense to me for them to go back to the place where the smoke is. They don't care if security is there, because a lot of people were hurt behind this Dolph case, and they've said online they have vowed to get back revenge on that team. So we know about the beef. Well, if some of you don't know, Gotti and Dolph been having beef for a while. So it just didn't make any sense to me to do that. Now, I can't, it would be hard to say with your own people be involved in that. It would be crazy to say, but with the trial of Dolph coming up in less than 2 months, you got to think with a lot of people, some people living that street life, they will unalive people that they feel could be testifying or being involved in any type of way with the courts. And we know that his brother Juke, they were saying that, you know, allegedly he's the one that dropped the money on Dolph. So it's just crazy. I just hate, to see all these black men, men and women actually
Mhm.
doing this. It's really sad, but it just doesn't make any sense to me why they would go back home, and they know. And with the security guard getting hit too, they don't care about no security, you know. That's basically, what I really wanted to say. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So that's what makes me think that there is more to this. And with him leaving early and exiting early, I wonder, did they know, and did they tell Gotti, or did he notice that there were two people that were back there and got out of there, and not say, hey, we all need to get up out of here? But
Because let me just run this past you, not on my watch. I mean, you got an opportunity to get Gotti, because Gotti was there. Some people say, but he had security. My man, his brother had security around him. Now you got this golden opportunity to get Gotti. Gotti is the head. You pass up on Gotti. That's why I say, for me, I believe and I strongly feel it definitely was a hit. They went there knowing who they was going to get. Notice the mom was present too. The mom seen them. They seen that the mom seen them. But they got the brother. Why did they pass up on the opportunity of getting Gotti not on my watch, in your opinion?
you know, I really don't know. And did Gotti slip out through a back door that they didn't know about? Did he go straight out the front door? I mean, how did he get out? We don't know that. And also, too, um, we know that Gotti, from plenty of pictures, videos, and everything, he moved like the president. I don't know if his brother had that much security, but we know he's was moving like the president. I really don't know. And another thing too, when you have a target on your back, he should have never been in the front seat. He should have never been in the front seat. And also too, we've known from Young Dolph's 100 shots that whatever they were in should have been bulletproof. Number one, I don't know if the windows were rolled down or not, but I don't know. I have no idea why they passed up Gotti. Did they see him leave? I don't know. Did he go through a back way, a different way? Was it too much security? I don't know.
And that could be it. That could be it not on my watch, as far as, because allegedly they're saying that they seen these guys at the funeral service, at the church, at the back of the church with masks on, with, but they figured that, COVID and everything. So they didn't really make a big issue about it. Let me put up my banner. I got somebody else coming on the panel. Closer look. Can you just came up for a second? Okay,
Oh, that's
got
Goon.
you. Oh, that's Goon?
Yeah.
Okay, Goon. Okay. So
Hey,
let me
Mike check. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
good.
salute Goon.
Slide in, Goon.
Okay.
Slide in.
Yeah, man. Just to touch up on it, man. Get the closest look. I mean, I'm just thankful that his mother, that they didn't carry the elders into this young people beef, man. That's all this is. This is young. This is the modern day way niggas behave, y'all. This is exactly how they behave. Tit for
Right.
tat, back and forth. It ain't gonna be no ending. And just like Not on Wire said, it's getting closer to that day. And we cannot forget about Straight Drop. Straight Drop came out there and messed the whole thing up for everybody. When he could have, don't forget, Straight Drop is the one of the people locked up for the murder. And don't
Yep.
forget, he had the lawyer of CMG, and then they took the backing of the lawyer backed away from him because he was out here not turning himself in, making videos and bragging about the death, also wearing the PRE chain in his video, knowing that was a stolen piece of merchandise.
Yep.
The closest.
Correct, Goon. You absolutely right about that.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So, I mean, when will it end? And we know this is just going to be on and on. And we could just look at Memphis, the crime rate in Memphis, the mentality in Memphis. I think it was Project Pat was giving an interview. Project Pat said they legalized a gun carrying in Memphis, and he said like Memphis is 80% black.
Right.
So now you got Memphis being a gang infested city. You got the GDs, you got the vice lords.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we could be looking at, I don't know if you guys are pretty familiar with the Chicago War from 2012.
Mm, mm.
Sorry about that. Somebody called me. So if you guys think about the Chicago beef, the big beef that happened with you know Odie Perry and all them that happened between 20, I think it was 2012 to 2016, when they had that big huge unaliving that was going back and forth. I think we're gonna see that. I'd hate to say that, but it's bad. It's real bad. And
And you know what?
I'd like to just pray for Memphis, pray for, go ahead, Goon.
No, I also, yeah, definitely pray for Memphis, pray for the city, pray for all the families involved. But I also wanted to say that Angela Simmons is saving Gotti life because
I
everybody
believe
knows
that.
you got the girlfriend come from out of town. She's not really comfortable. She don't really want to do the party and all that, and she's famous. She's not about to stick around. She in and she getting out. And if he was there with his brother, he would do what his brother did. Go hang out with the family and show face.
And
I agree.
that was the same situation. Like remember with P Diddy and Jennifer Lopez when they caught the gun charge in that club.
Yeah. Yep. You're right about that. Absolutely.
Now what can what can anybody expect out of Angela Simmons? She ain't about that life.
Nowhere near. And you got to remember too, Angela Simmons. Wasn't her baby daddy or ex-husband murdered as well, correct?
Yep, correct. That's correct.
So she's going to be on edge anyway, regardless. So, but I think you guys are right. I think Angela did probably save his life. Wanted to get in there, pay the respects, and get right on out. And maybe they didn't have the time to set everything up. Gotti got out of there too fast. That could be a possibility too. But I gotta get going. I gotta get up on out of here. But I'm listening, Shank, while I'm driving.
Okay, appreciate you not on my watch. Appreciate you.
Salute to the chat. Also salute Goon. Y'all hit that like button for Shank.
Let me ask you, Goon, do you think, because some people have been saying that the Memphis Police Department, the MPD, allegedly is behind it. What have you came across anything, Goon, that would make you believe that the MPD was behind it?
Absolutely. Don't forget, Shane, when this first went down with Dolph, I took a deep dive. I took the closest look I could. And don't forget, the captain used to work out here in Atlanta. They moved and relocated her.
You sound a little muffled, Goon. You sound a little muffled.
Is that better?
Much better. Much better.
Yeah, I took that Bluetooth about it. All right, bet. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, much
All right,
better.
so y'all remember the captain got caught into that little situation with the missing gun. Do we remember that when Dolph passed?
I remember.
And then we had the other officer in Memphis that got caught up in a shootout. They went and picked him up for his house. Do y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So to answer your question, absolutely. Now I won't go as far as saying that they got their hands in on this, but what I feel like their hands doing right now is they got their hands rubbing like Birdman while they watch it all play out so they can get the best indictment they can.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yes. The feds,
because they killing each other, man.
Go ahead, go on, my bad.
And they killing each other and they doing it in a timely fashion. Let's be honest. If I'm not keeping score, but if you listen to the music, they keeping score. Yeah. And let's just say since Dolph died, didn't Black Youngster lose his brother?
Yeah.
Didn't Money Bad lose his artist? Yeah. And now they got Big Jook. So I think the whole CMG monster would have tucked their whole 2004 in and just move cautious and get in the studio and lock in and just make the best music they can make. Because outside, it ain't going to be safe for right now.
No.
They keeping score.
Yeah, they're going to have to tone it down. It's hot. It's hot. And they definitely, the feds is watching. They definitely waiting for some kind of retaliation. Now, I know a lot of people feel like, well, YoGotti got something to do with it just off of the strength. There wasn't no retaliation. But how do we know that there wasn't no retaliation? And even if the thought is in YoGotti's mind, even if he know who's behind it, he still got to move caution. It's just what we just said. Them people watching. They watch. Phones are tapped. They taking pictures. They sending agents. They got informants. So it would be a fool. YoGotti would be a fool to make a move right now.
Not only that, I think after being under Jay-Z so long, he learned not to react how he used to react. Not only that, this is a man. Do you know what this type of stuff do to a brand, man?
Yeah.
All the artists gonna feel it because now they looking at it. They gonna try to do them like how they did. What's the youngin out here name out there in Savannah, Georgia, who lost his friend out there in Cali? Dang, you know the rapper name.
You ain't talking about Pop Smoke, is you?
No, I'm talking about King when King Von passed. Dang man, he was King Von had hit that young boy, man, I forgot his name, and he out here too. Quando Rondo,
yeah.
So basically, what they did to Quando Rondo, he's finished because he can't do a show because every time he do a show or get booked, it's threats made, and then they shut the whole event down. That's more the same difference. You know what I'm saying? The same difference being that his artists now are gonna have to lose money because they don't want to take the necessary risks and buy the bulletproof whips and vehicles that they actually might need.
What about could it be a retaliation for the death of young Dolph? What do you think, Goon?
Is what the retaliation talk about, Juke?
Yeah, could that been retaliation for the death? Because they say he dropped the bag, he dropped the money bag on young Dolph. Could that been a retaliation?
That's a funny word, retaliate. I wouldn't want to use that word because let's just be honest, man. I love it over here because it's grown people over here, like-minded people, conscious people. We all know karma did this. We all know it come with the lifestyle.
Make it make sense.
We don't know who did it. There's no way of knowing in these type of situations when you already done did this and you done did that to so many people, and things probably done happen to you. So it's like when it happens, it's harder to look versus well, I only had this one thing going on versus I had a few things going on. I done seen this in real life, Shane Rock. You know what I'm saying? When people, leave, in a violent manner. Whenever it's violent like that, it wasn't a mistake. And that's why we can hang up. Was it a hit? Of course.
Yeah.
He got hit up.
Yeah.
He got hit up. So wherever way you want to wave it, hit or no hit, with the responsibility is gonna be what's left to the people whose jobs is to figure that out. And I feel like that's exactly what they're doing, and they're gonna tie every loose end that wasn't even loose together because they left it out there, right? They left the trail. And I think going back to Straight Drop, Shane, Straight Drop did a disjustice for CMG because he made it hot, and then they had to drop him, and then he left a trail all the way back to the big dogs, which was a little boy move, and that's what you get when you spend a 40 for a big hit. You can't do that. I'm sorry to even say it like that.
You make sense.
You can't, you can't spend no. You got little hitters out here doing big missions. It just don't work like that.
Yep.
I mean, it could, and you see how it worked out, right?
Yeah.
So we can say retaliation, but I'm gonna go with karma. Just to answer the question.
And I believe that was an excellent point of view. I agree with you as well as the chat. And let me just speak to my young folks. Let me speak to my old folks. Let me speak to the grown and sexy. Let me speak to the ratchet. Let me speak to everybody. It's a such thing as karma. And my sister put it best when she said, karma got a strange way of popping up at your doorstep when you least expect it. However, karma will come and get you. And it is what it is. You can't be moving. You can't be in the streets and expect the same things that you put out there. You can't expect it not to visit you and your loved ones. I've witnessed gangsters. I've witnessed people about that life. When it comes back, when karma spins the block on them, when it comes back to them, they crying, they ready to get out of the streets and go to church. They ready to turn their lives around. But when you was out there and inflicting that sorrow and pain on folks, you was still knee deep in the streets. The street life was for you. I'ma always bang. I'ma always be true to this. But you still gotta be true to it, and you still gotta bang even when the shoe is on your foot. When you lose a loved one, you got to keep that same energy. Remember, I'm going to always bang. Remember, I'm going to always be true to this. Well, when karma spins the block on you, you still got to keep that same energy. It's sad because we're talking about different bosses. We're talking about different rap labels. We're talking about men that have and has put on other men and women and made their lives successful. When will this stop? What's the end game for the rappers? What is the end game for the rappers? Are we going to keep blaming it on our environment? Do you know how many doctors? Do you know how many lawyers? Do you know how many successful people that grew up in the PJs, that grew up in the hood? Do you know how many successful people chose to take the different route, chose to take a different route? So you don't gotta bang. You don't gotta be down for your hood. You don't gotta be. It's a decision. And contrary to the belief, the one that chooses the street life, the one that chooses to bang, that's the lame one. That's the corny one. Because the last time I checked, it ain't no fun in prison. You do know that that's part of the end game when you out there banging, when you out there in them streets. The end game is prison. Goon can bear witness, and Goon can give y'all a complete demonstration about that. Another result, another end game is in the cemetery. Slide in, Goon, and talk to him about the end game. Slide in, Goon.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I've been in prison, and it's a place that they got for you. It ain't no place that they just made. It just exists. It's made for criminals. It's made to I really want to say they really want to break you, and they call it what they call it when they say people been in prison a long time. They've been what?
Institutionalized.
They want to institutionalize you. They want to basically do you over. Now, what happens is these young guys, let's just be honest, Shane, they not even built the same. They built different. They flimsy. And I'm not the, some people, y'all know what's going on out here. They ain't in the gym like that. So they not gonna fight. They not gonna catch a one-on-one. They definitely gonna shoot. And a lot of times, when the last time you seen a gangster at a shooting range? I'll talk about real gang bangers at shooting range. A lot of them know how to shoot. So what they end up doing, they get into these beasts, and they start killing each other. But we gotta put on the table, Shank, is the multi-million dollars that goes into making the music, the soundtrack to the real movie of life that they put and they promote into turning a live person into a pack, man. And I'm gonna tell you how sick it is, y'all. It's sick because we live in the era where we see celebration of death, not celebration of life. Even though a celebration of death is supposed to be the celebration of life, no, they celebrating the death. The hate is so deep for our own people that is sickening to see it. And when I see it, bro, I really don't like it. I know where it's coming from, but let me get back to my point. When you get in prison, you don't just imprison yourself. You usually take your mama or your closest family on that ride with you. Now, it's sink or swim when you go to prison, y'all. That tough guy act is gonna have to get put to the side, and is gonna have to really see what you're made of, because you go in there without your homeboys.
I'm mad.
You feel? It got to get put to the side. So what we seen in this situation, I'm about to make it make sense. Straight Drop already got removed from the first facility, y'all. Y'all do the math. He said to his lord that he felt like he was in danger. Plus, they already had put the beats and the bruises on his body, which made it easier for him to get that really done. So he's already been moved. That being said, what do y'all think the pressure is coming from? You think it's coming from one side? No, it's coming from both sides, because he was the one who was loose in the caboose. He was supposed to keep this train smoking. This train came to a dead halt, and he left a paper trail leading right back to the big people who thought they can put, allegedly, 40 bands on a millionaire. Let's just be honest. 40 bands on a multi-millionaire was never going to get the job done. It may have got a piece of what you wanted done, but the job ain't done, because if the job was really done, you wouldn't be reaping the karma and the repercussions that came from that one fatal goddamn miscalculation.
Teach.
And that's just alleged.
Teach.
You feel me, Shane?
Teach.
But when it comes to prison, man, these folk, man, these boys in there, man, I seen it with my own eyes. 17 life sentence, man. How you think they react to that, man? They don't get nicer, they get meaner. Yeah. You feel me? So the ones who discipline these gangsters don't have no heart. These gangsters are getting disciplined by heartless people, y'all. You feel me? My big homie, a real big homie, don't let you go bump your head for a life sentence. No, that's not what a big homie really do. Big homie gonna tell you, man, listen, man, if you feel you got to do that, man, at least put on the gloves, the mask, and do all this and do all that. Man, these youngins, so they so zooted up and booted up, man. They think that's because they got a mask on, and gloves, that body language, cameras, all type of people on their phones telling this and that don't exist, man. This is 2020. What, we in 2024, man. These folks leave paper trails, and then they get jammed up, sent away to prison, and that place is made and designed to keep you in there.
Amen.
It's designed to keep you in there, because if you catch you a life sentence, you better fight.
Amen.
You better fight. That first 5 years is gonna be the make or breaking stage, and I seen it with my own eyes. Boys get broken, and then that's what they call them, a boy. And the one thing about it, you got to be a man to go to prison. So how you go backwards? Y'all got to do. Y'all know what's going on. Not to even say that, I'm gonna pass the mic. Look at Mississippi. Y'all think it's a game when people say people disappear in prison and in jail too. So none of this is a. I ain't said nothing positive in the last 5 minutes, but that's just the nature of the subject that we talking about.
You dropping facts. You straight facts. You dropping facts, and take it from us. Like I said, take it from us. Just listen. I ain't saying don't do your thing, but think, move accordingly. And what I will say is, I get it. I get it when you broke. I get it when you busted and disgusted. I get all of that. You ain't got no food to put on the table. I get that. You in a household where Mom Duke's tripping, Pops ain't around. I get all of that. I get the environment. But what I don't get is, once you make it out of that, environment, you sitting on millions. I don't get that part. No man that's sitting on millions, no man that's worth millions and millions of dollars, no man that has made it out of poverty and now they're playing with millions and millions of dollars. No man, no woman, but no man should still be caught up in the street life. For what? What point you got to prove? Nigga, Shank, you a chump. Nigga, you soft. All right, I take that. I'll bite that. But while you over there broke, or while you over there crashing out, and you calling me all these names, I'm over here living good. I'm over here living comfortably. Because one thing about the streets and one thing about you, your work speaks for itself. Your work gonna speak for itself. So no matter what anybody say about you, whether it's behind your back or even if it's to your face, your work speaks for itself. Your work speaks for itself. Somebody somewhere knows about your work. So you ain't even got to prove no point. And I think it was James, somebody in the chat mentioned this about the graveyard is filled of egos. You know how many people that's in the graveyard that had these egos? You know how many people in the graveyard that walked around with their chests on swole, trying to prove a point? The end game was that it cost them their life. Do you know how many men in the penitentiary that got egos and walk around the prison with their chest on swole? Their end game was prison.
No cap. Hey, prison humbled. Listen, because you can be the hardest and the toughest, the biggest killer, whatever on the street. Best believe they got somebody who tougher and got more than you going on. So you got to be humble. If you walk around with ego you're gonna be fighting every day. And I don't care who you are. If you're not half God, half human, you're gonna get tired of fighting. And just like Shane just said, y'all, like, let's think about it. Ain't no way in the world once you get a certain amount of money, you're supposed to move different. You really do. So we can't really feel sorrow for these people when they don't make it out because they never left. Just like we were talking about Angela Simmons. Man, listen, one thing, I don't care how famous people is. I know they still got real family members and they still experience some of the real life experiences, like knowing what's going on. You know your man, you know you can't, man. I've been to Memphis before, man. You can't be out there moving around, man. They really shoot in Memphis, man. Them folks seen a window of opportunity closing, and it was closing, and they move, man. Because they know a move like a window like this just don't open up every day. And then people gonna go say, "Oh, well, they made that window open." They saying that the man died of his own natural causes. So we can't say that, or they said all this. So people be trying to overdo it sometimes. Sometimes it's really simple. They get back band on the table. Let's put a bag on the table with it, and it's only a matter of time. Is it?
The opportunity came. Like
you know, it ain't got to be, the killer ain't got to even know him.
Like you said, Goon, Memphis, of all cities, Memphis. We talking about Memphis. We talking about Memphis, Tennessee.
Man, they took MLK out in Memphis. Y'all forgot?
Come on, y'all. You can't afford to slip nowhere. But Memphis, let's and I ain't glorifying, but let's be honest. You in Memphis, you can't slip. You can't slip nowhere. But you in Memphis, you know you hot. You know the affiliation. In one aspect, well, I can't even say in one aspect, I do respect Gotti. He got in, he got out. And it could have been due to Angela Simmons, but Gotti got in and got out. It is what it is.
Hey, word in the streets too, man. They say Key Glock really like that, man. And one thing about it, Key Glock ain't never leave. He's still there.
He's still there. And
then and let's be honest, Grove Hero, the one with the little arm. Man, them folks, you can tell him when them folks speak, man, you can see the love. Man, them folks really love that man. Man, that man, and that's so dangerous when you touch. That's why you can't just touch anybody. Sometimes, man, you got to know who you can and cannot, because it comes with repercussions, man. If they can't get you, they're going to get the closest thing to you, and they're going to start taking out family members, because people really love Dolph, man. And I ain't saying Dolph was an angel. Right. I'm not going to say he was an angel.
Right.
We know he wasn't no angel. He did pop his shit. But, man, they had multiple death attempts on Dolph, man. That's the kicker, y'all. They been trying to kill this man. They could have, after the first shot, they could have, we got our get back. No, they wanted to kill him, and that's the part I don't know why they wanted to kill him so bad, man.
I don't know, but they was gunning for him. When the van got shot up 100 times, that was here in Charlotte. You know. And then
they got him in Vegas too.
You know.
Matter of fact, they got him in Charlotte twice. I don't know if you know. One of them is heard about, and the other one ain't heard about.
Wow. I ain't hear about that.
And then, and one thing about Dolph is, and why you gotta love him, he ain't no scary artist, man. He always keep coming back, man, to his city, to do his music in these folks' state. That's why these folks really is so. You see how they at him and they celebrating another man passing. That just let you know, man. Everybody ain't wrapped too tight right now about this, man.
No. And it's like you said, you gotta choose your battles wisely. Like you said, Goon, you big and bad, but you hit that prison yard. You go to prison and you hit that prison yard. If you ain't with this, if you ain't got no heart, you're gonna have heart on that
Man,
prison yard.
I'm just gonna say it like this, man. Don't become the entertainment in prison, man. See, I'm gonna tell you exactly how it happened, man. If you come in gang banging, that's what you're gonna end up. First thing they're gonna do is drop your set, man. You thought you was gang banging. The gang rules, the street rules do not apply enough. So first thing they're gonna do is get you resituated. If you're not with that, you're gonna be fighting against a whole army. So what do you think guys do in there? They don't fight it, man. They get with the program, man. And if they got to reprogram, then they're gonna reprogram. Because at the end of the day, if you come in the prison yard gang banging, you cannot have no peace. Because once they reprogram you, you got to move. And you ain't got the it's kind of like the military.
Yeah.
That's why I never really joined, Shane, because I know you got to take orders. And I'm one of them people, I gotta, what happened? Well, what did they do? You don't ask no damn questions.
Right.
You do the job, man.
It is what it is. And so you banging, you either gonna denounce your set. You don't want to denounce your set, because then you're gonna have your set on your head in prison. And if you don't denounce your set, you're gonna have to program and you're gonna have to roll with the set. And like Goon said, you're gonna stay in beefs, because now you're gonna have to fall under the structure. You could be a crash out dummy for your set. Y'all gotta realize, it is what Goon said. A big homie gonna lead you the right way. A big homie gonna lead you the right way. A lot of y'all got big homies on purposely send y'all on dummy missions. A lot of y'all got big homies on purpose will send y'all to crash out, because a lot of y'all big homies ain't got it up here.
Oh man, I ain't mean to cut you off. I gotta speak on this. But let me speak on this one right here, man. I done seen this in real life, man. Y'all know how cold it is, man, to go out there for your big homie, man. In the cold, man. I'm talking about in the cold, making it hot in the cold for your big homie, just to know when it get cold and you gotta go because you hot into the cold, the door gonna be shut. Because guess what? They home with their families. They ain't about to answer no phone for you, boy. You hot. Boy, you better work your move. Boy, you on your own out here. You ain't know that? Y'all better get right. Smarten up, man. Big homie don't really send you on no dummy mission, man, to get your life snatched away from you. And that's what they do, man. They put these youngers on missions, man, and then when they crash out, they don't answer the phone. They don't give them no refuge. They be on the, oh man, the police said if you hold them, that's for her fraudulent than a fugitive. Man, lame ass shit be happening, Shane. You hear me?
I hear you. I definitely hear you.
Don't fall for that, man. You don't need no gang out here, man. I'm going back on
me. Especially a big homie, he know you ain't about that life. Listen to everybody that ain't about that life, because everybody is not about that life. But a big homie, he knows you ain't about that life. A big homie ain't gonna put you down with the set. A big homie ain't gonna send you on no missions. First of all, the big homie know you just ain't got what it takes. He knows you ain't got the heart to be out here. You just ain't got the heart. And before you could be out there, before you could get off the porch, you know, everybody talk about getting off the porch. The first thing that come along with getting off that porch, you gotta have heart. And if your big homie, if he knows that you ain't got that heart, he should not put you out there. If he knows you ain't got that heart, a big homie gotta tell you, go that way, go the right way, go to school, go this way, go that way. And if I catch you out here over here, I'm gonna probably have to put some lumps upside your head, because you got what it takes to go that way. You and I'm gonna let you come in going, and you can tell who got heart and you can tell who don't got heart when the pressure comes. Go to their trial. Is you gonna fold under pressure? Now, when you a civilian, the no snitching role, it don't apply to you when you a civilian. But if you out there banging If you out there in that street life, just look at the trials today. Y'all see it. He turned and state witness. He turned into an informant. Please take my advice. Please take Goon advice. Go that way. Now, if you with it, you got to make sure you ready for the repercussions. Come on back in, Goon.
Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna drop down for a minute, put in some work, man. I just put in some good work with you, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was a breeze, it was fun. Definitely gonna be back over here, man. It was refreshing. Nonetheless, man. I'm about to drop down, about to be listening.
Before you drop down, remember we used to have them deep demonstrations over here, Goon.
Man, look, some of the first demonstrations. Hey, I don't know if, of course, you probably ain't see it, but I would just mention you in my live, man. You one of the only people, man, who actually found your tribe. You didn't switch up. You didn't, even when they tried to throw you in the mix with the man. Salute, Shank. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing, man. I seen the growth and the development.
I appreciate you. They tried to throw me in there, but I was like,
yeah,
nah,
but you ain't bite it though.
Yeah, that ain't my life.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and listen in. I'll be back if you still allowed though.
All right, appreciate you, Goon.
All right.
All right. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Let me jump to the comments section. Y'all drop some comments. I apologize for not getting to y'all comments, but y'all can drop some comments. And if y'all would like to hit the panel about YoGotti's brother's death, who was behind it? MPD, Memphis Police Department, karma from the young Dolph killing, or could YoGotti possibly been behind it? Let me read my disclaimer one more time. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. So we know that there was a funeral service for Gotti's family or closest friend or relative. YoGotti was present at the funeral service. YoGotti and Angela Simmons was present. They were there. But allegedly, they got in, they got out. Allegedly, they did not inform his brother, Big Juke, that he was leaving. But there is footage of Gotti, Angela Simmons, and Big Juke at the funeral service. Allegedly, witnesses identified several men in the back of the church of the funeral service. They had on COVID masks. Now we fast forward to the repast. That's where YoGotti's brother life was taken from him, at the repast. Along with his brother Big Juke being shot, the security guard was wounded as well. Who was behind it? Who were those men that witnesses reported that was at the back of the church? Did his brother, Big Juke, was he going to give up some information in the trial that's coming up in March? Was he going to be a state's witness? Is that why he was taken out? Beautiful says it's just strange. He got took out 60 days before young Dolph trial was posed to start. They say allegedly he was under surveillance. Kind of strange. So was the hit, or was his killing, was it related to the up and coming trial of young Dolph? Was he going to tell something at that trial that somebody did not want him to tell? Because we know when it comes to informants, when it comes to trials, we know that one way to silence a state's witness is to take his or her life. Was this about the up and coming young Dolph trial? Drop a 1 in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat for me if y'all feels as though this could have possibly been a hit to silence Big Juke. Drop a 1 if y'all think a strong possibility that this is what this was behind. He was going to tell something at the up and coming young Dolph trial. We got over 200 people watching. Can I get everybody to hit the like button? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, can I get you to subscribe to the channel? Drop a 1. Drop a 1 if you feels as though this was related to young Dolph's up and coming trial. LaKendra says most definitely. LaKendra says this was a way Gotti ain't going to jail. LaKendra drops a 1. Or drop a 2 if you think that it just was some random killing. Kicking it with the Rooks threw up the question mark. Spoken Facts dropped the 1. Because maybe it was just some random killing. Maybe it was just some random killing. Or possibility, maybe it was a message that they were sending to YoGotti. That's another way of looking at it. Could this been a message to YoGotti? You next. Some gangsters move like that. Other gangsters, when they want you, some gangsters is going to come and get you. But then you got some gangsters, they like to send messages to you by taking out your family member, taking out your loved one. Are we dealing with that with this case? I agree, kicking it with the Rook, so many ways to look at it. Could it been they trying to send a message to Gotti? Could it been an actual hit on him, on the brother? Could Gotti have sent the hit? Could the Memphis Police Department be behind this? We know that the Memphis Police Department, as well as other police departments, we know that definitely the Memphis Police Department is corrupt and crooked. Remember, I believe his name was Tyree Nichols. Remember, the Memphis Police Department was behind his death. And Tyree Nichols, that we know of, ain't do nothing wrong. But allegedly, he was having an affair, or not having an affair, but allegedly, he was having relations with one of the Memphis police's he was having relations with one of their ex. So we already know, in the history go on and on and on when it comes to the Memphis Police Department. James says sending a message. LaKendra says it shows why I miss the big fish, and if you sending a message, mine would be a bigger target. That's how I was looking at it. Like you got an opportunity to get Gotti, which is allegedly the big fish, but you skip up the opportunity and get the brother. J Rock says, why don't you reach out to someone in the streets from the city who was tied in instead of saying the police did it? You watching too many movies, buddy. Y'all are getting out of hand with this junk. I never accused the police of doing it. I'm only asking the question. And you have the right to answer that question. I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions. Would you mind answering that question for me? J Rock, do you feel as though the Memphis Police Department is behind it? Let me know how you feel, J Rock. I'm just asking the question. Kicking it with the Rook says, yes, yep, the Scorpion unit. J Rock says, and for the record, YoGotti is not a big fish. I said allegedly. Memphis native says, let's not sugarcoat this shit, man. If Dolph wasn't dead, a lot of people will still be alive, bro. And that's what I'm asking. Was it a clap back? Look at the title. And I appreciate that, Memphis native. And that's why I'm asking, because we all got to understand, when it came to young Dolph, when it came to his killing, YoGotti was the #1 suspect, allegedly. So I'm definitely on board with you. This is cleaning up time for them, police and industry. Beautiful says, I agree. LaKendra, it would have hit harder if it was his mom, if they were sending a message. Seemed to me like they purposely let her get away because she was right there. Mom Dukes was right there. Now, I know a lot of gangsters, they ain't going to touch Mom Dukes. However, a lot of gangsters will touch Mom Dukes. Of course, times have changed, and that's why I said it's a lot of gangsters. There's a lot of G's. Your mama got to go. Your daughter got to go. Everybody got to go. But they had the opportunity to hit Mom Dukes, but they didn't hit Mom Dukes. Gloria says that's the problem. They didn't want you to ask any questions because when you start doing that, you find out the truth. And that's facts. And that's all I ever do. I just ask questions. I give my commentary. But in all my cases, when I cover the Shanquilla Robinson case, I ask questions. I give people an opportunity to give me their opinions. So in this case, I'm just asking questions. I appreciate that, Gloria. And my question is who was behind it? MPD, Young Dolph, or YoGotti? Because even though I asked the question, was it just some random? Was it something random? In my opinion, nah, that wasn't nothing random. Now, the question is, why did he get shot? What was the purpose of him getting shot? What was the purpose of the killing? Did y'all see pics of Gotti and his mom at the repast? I only saw them at the funeral. I only saw them at the funeral as well. Allegedly, everyone is saying that Gotti only went to the funeral, allegedly. That's what the word is, that Gotti never went to the repass. J Rock says, I just know the people who really run the city had to approve the hit. I'm a part of something similar, but it has to be approved, believe me. And I feel you on that, J Rock. I feel you on that. You know, it definitely had to be approved. You know, because in my opinion, that just wasn't no random hit. That wasn't no random killing. So when it's not a random killing, you're going to have to get approved from somebody moving like that. Like I said, they knew they target. They went in and they hit their target. I'm with you on that, J-Rock. LaKendra says, I hate to even say it, but looking at Gotti also, you'd be surprised who will do what for freedom, money, etc. That's facts, LaKendra. That's facts. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. When your freedom is on the line, when money is on the line, ain't no telling what you would do. Ain't no telling what he would do. Ain't no telling what she would do. Ain't no telling what they would do. And I even gotta mix me up in the pot. Ain't no telling what I would do. Beautiful says that was a planned hit. It wasn't random because more people would have got it. And that's facts. If it was a random hit, because whoever it was, they knew who to hit. They knew who to hit. And most of the times in situations like that, when it's not random, when it's orchestrated, when it's a play, they get their target. Most of the times when it's just some random type ish, all kind of people get hit. But if y'all notice, Gotti was there. Gotti didn't get a finger laid on him. And those men that they say were at the back of the church, they were there when Gotti was there. They was there when Gotti was there. Correct, beautiful. Gotti ain't leave for no reason. The Full Life says that word repass make my stomach drop. Blessings, Zena. Blessings, Zena. Beautiful says your freedom as well as the people above you, Gotti, got a string of big fish above him and around him. And I do believe that. I do believe that. Listen to his raps. Like I tell people, if you want to know, especially nowadays. Now, of course, when rap first started, and even then, the rappers was telling you how they was moving. A lot of them was exaggerating, but some of the rappers back then was telling you how they move. Fast forward to today's time. That's how the rappers move. All the rappers listen to their music. Their music is the soundtrack of their lives. They telling you in their music how they moving. Like I said, listen to Gotti. Listen to YoGotti's in his music. He rap about drugs. He rap about violence. It is what it is. YoGotti raps about drugs. YoGotti raps about violence. Gotti ain't leave for no reason. Now, the breaking news is that they have found allegedly the white van, the white car that they possibly think that was involved in the shooting. Sorry, I got a phone call. Okay, Marie. J Rock says the real professional hitters charge more than 40,000. This is facts that I know because the ones who really kill for money charge at a lot to be a ghost. And I've heard that as well. I've heard that as well. But allegedly, they have the white van, the white car that was used in the killing of Big Juke. And allegedly, there was a white, and I'm saying allegedly, but allegedly there was a white vehicle involved in the young Dolph's killing. Allegedly. LaKendra says Jay-Z is doing a lot of things behind the scenes and he ain't letting them get him in jail. Oh yeah, oh yeah. But this is the year of revelations. A lot of things are being revealed. Now, because some people have even said that about Jay, but a lot of things are being revealed. We're living in the times of revelations. We're living in the times of revelations. But was this white vehicle that they believe that those that done the killing of Big Juke, was that vehicle used in the young Dolph's killing? Wow, what's the similarity to a white vehicle? Is it just a coincidence? Or does it have something to do with each killing? Some people move like that. White vehicle. Once again, everybody moves differently. 279 in the chat, and I only got 60 likes. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all know how it go in the YouTube streets. When you're on a content creator's platform, you gotta hit that like. There's nowhere in the world that I got 282 watching and I only got 60 likes. Y'all get my likes up. Come on. Because this is exclusive information and I got a lot more information that's coming my way. I've just been tapped in with some folks in Memphis and they said, Shank Rock, we're going to give you the real. Appreciate that, Miss Tari. Appreciate that, Miss Tari B, for being number 60. Goon says it's getting hard to hide the hidden hands. Facts. Facts. Appreciate that, Miss Tari B. But I have just been contacted by a couple people from Memphis, and they said, Shank, don't worry, we got you on the facts. We'll definitely be shooting you the facts. We're here in Memphis, and we get things first. We get things fresh because we're here in the streets. So y'all get my likes up and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel because I will be coming live later on today with more information. And I also have an up-and-coming demonstration, Still Swinging podcast, and it's going to be a reaction video to one of Kendra G's demonstration. It's a woman that's going around saying that she prefer a man that she can coach. Salute, biggest. And I want to build right with Maria. Shank, these superstars needs to stop trying to be gangster and show their fans something different. They're supposed to be something they could look up to. And that's fact. I mean, if you got all this money, if you playing with millions and millions of dollars, and you can't distinguish the streets from where you're at, if you still feel as though it's a need with all these millions, Memphis native says shit ain't rocket scientist. We all know what it is, and it ain't going to die down until a lot of bosses make smart decisions. Facts plus tax. It is what it is. The bosses, y'all got to make better decisions. I get it. But at the end of the day, do you get it? Do you get it as a boss? You playing with millions and millions of dollars. And I know in some cases, you just can't turn the switch off. I get all of that. Some cases, you just can't turn the switch off. But do y'all get it? J Rock says it's not about being gangsters. It's real killers who are sick people. They don't care about how much money they got. It's about respect and ego and power. That's it. And in my opinion, that's facts. And I want us to build off of J Rock. It's about respect, ego, and power. I get it. I get it. Everybody wants their respect. Hey, at the end of the day, I want my respect. Obviously, somebody, because y'all see my audio, somebody just don't like for Shank Rock to speak. But as I was saying, even me, I want my respect. I'm just not going to let nobody push me over. So I get it. I truly get it. I've been in situations where egos messed up a lot of money for us. I've been in that situation where there was a power structure. It was about power. Let me see what just came through my DM, y'all. Yeah, YouTube been messing with my time. YouTube, some people saying they not getting notifications. No, that ain't nothing. But we're going to keep moving, y'all. We're going to keep moving. So let me just give everybody a quick recap, and then I'll let everybody out of here. I will be coming live later on with more information about the YoGotti's brother killing. Leslie says a lot of these men is too damn old to be still talking about street codes and stuff. That's all I'm saying. When will it stop? 40, 50 years old, still talking about street. When will it stop? Emma says this is getting out of hand. I mean, it's just, and I get the power, the respect. I get all of that. But it's just at the end of the day, man, look. And some gangsters have walked away from it. Some gangsters have walked away from it. Memphis says, for sure, J-Rock, time is money, money is power, but power is respect that real niggas take from cowards. And I get it. I get it. What's the end game? What's the end game? I appreciate everybody for pulling up. I got some new information that came through. I will come back later on. Wait a minute. Y'all don't want me to end it, but y'all ain't getting my likes up. I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all don't want me to end it, but y'all ain't getting my likes up. I ain't getting out one Cash App. If you would like to support the channel, the Cash App is $ERICMCINT. I will go live later on. I got a live at 5, but I will bring y'all the information, this newest information that I got. I will bring it to y'all later on around 7:30. I will bring it to y'all later on around 7:30. So make sure everybody pull back up at 5 for a demonstration. It's going to be a reaction video. And then make sure everybody pull back up at 7:30 for the newest information that I just got. Salute everybody. I'll see everybody later on.